Hi, well, Slayer's come up with a new circuit that interested me, and it's his standard circuit that cycles the back EMF back through the bifilar coil before it goes into the charge battery or capacitor. But this time he added a bridge rectifier at the reed switch to capture what's happening up here in this part of the circuit, and then sends that into it also. And I found this very interesting, and I wanted to show this to folks. What I did with it is I ended up putting a CFL right in here, and I put a switch right here, so if I want to charge big time, I can connect the battery with the CFL, or I can take the battery out of it and just run the CFL at higher light. And what I've been doing is I've got my little candle light that I'm looking for a secondary circuit that will make the thing go bright with a higher amp draw, but also be a charger. The candle light charging circuit did not work out. Not enough punch out of it. This Slayer circuit has the most punch as far as charging of anything that I've done. And I believe it has a lot to do with the reed switch up here and the snap, snap, snap that happens in this coil when that reed switch snaps that coil on and off, sends out a big spike, and then he recycles it through the coil and captures it. Now this is a mess here, but I did this in a hurry. This is the whole setup right here. And over here on the far left you'll see a yellow meter. That's the ammeter and the drive battery. I'm using a little radio to hear this because it's static. On the scope it just shows up as a lot of static. Big, tall, back spike static. Very, very fast. And I think that's why we get so much punch out of it. And then over on this side is the charge battery, the voltage on the charge battery, and then the CFL. Okay, I'm going to turn this on now and connect the charge battery. You're going to hear this. Let me turn this on. It sounds like static. And this is running. There's the CFL going. And there's the voltage going absolutely crazy on the charge battery. Okay, I'm going to turn the radio off because it's really annoying. But this is not a capacitor. This is the voltage being pumped into that little battery there, and I'm going to have to stop it here in a second. It would need a voltage regulator. It punches out 50 to 80 milliamps at high voltage. It'll run a cap up to 120, 130 volts in a heartbeat. It'll hold a night light at over 50 volts. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the battery, but watch the light go on here. There goes the light brighter. I'll do it one more time. You can see the brightness increase. When I take the battery out of the charging situation, I get more energy going into the bulb. And that's what I'm looking for, is something to do both, either or. And this circuit here will do that trick for me. There's my amp draw right there, 160, 170 milliamps. Now I can increase the brightness of the light several ways. I have a potentiometer here to increase voltage on it. And I have a way with the reed switch here to make it quite a bit brighter with the reed switch. Of course, I pay for it in amp draw. But anyway, this is the Slayer circuit that I'll show this to you one more time with the battery here. See if you can see this. I'm going to connect the battery again and watch battery voltage go up. This is not a capacitor. This is voltage being pumped into this battery. And here it goes. And what this is, it's a bifilar coil with reed switches and a little magnet that gets it into an oscillation. There's two coils of wire on that coil. I actually added a third winding on it, but it didn't seem to do anything. I haven't figured out what to do with it. But That's a reed switch being activated by a magnet and the coils firing in there. Uses one transistor and a diode, and then I'm using a resistance system on the base of the transistor. But see where the voltage went on that battery? That disconnector, I'm going to hurt it. It goes back down again. The light went back up again. But this is the Slayer circuit. It's over at the Energetic Forum under the pulse generator. If you want to wander over there and take a look at what we've been doing on Slayer's pulse generator thread, there's 3 or 4 circuits that have been done by Slayer. He also goes by G. Bluer, and this is a good one. I like it. It might just work out for me real well.